Welcome to Kentucky Adult Education's instructional video on signing your students age 19 and older up for the computer-based GED test. We think you'll discover it's a fairly simple process. Once you begin, you are walked through it step by step. In this video, we will cover how to register a student age 19 or over. For information on how to register a student who is under 19 or how to schedule tests, please check out the videos we've created on these subjects. To register your student, you'll start by going online to www.gedcomputer.com. You'll start by clicking on the blue button that says Register Today. When you are first registering a student, he or she will be new, so you'll want to click on Create an Account. This is step 1 of the computer-based GED testing registration. This will take you to the terms of use. If a student is signing up here, she or he should never have taken the GED test before. So you will click on the first choice, which is I have not taken the GED test before, Create a Profile. Now, you or the student will need to complete the new candidate record. You will want to ensure that the information entered here is completely accurate, just like you've been doing with GED 123 registration. Walk through the registration process. You'll see the first section is labeled General Information, and it begins by requesting, please enter your legal name as it appears on your government-issued identification. Now we'll move on to the permanent address section. This is where Jane's GED diploma will be sent. The country portion has already been completed, so we'll just need to fill in the mailing address, city, state, and postal code. We'll say that Jane lives at 123 Success Lane, Apartment A. That's in Frankfort, Kentucky. I'm just going to give you a little hint here. Instead of having to scroll down, just type in KE for Kentucky and it'll pop you right where you need to be. Then you're going to enter in your postal code, which is 40601. Next, you'll want to enter in Jane's phone number. And the first thing you'll have to do is choose the country code, which is USA, and that's the first one listed. Then you'll go on and enter her number. For these purposes, we're going to say it's parenthesis 502 parenthesis 555 1234. Bit of required student contact information is the email address. Your student will want to enter his or her email address. For this session, I am going to enter an address I set up for Jane. Now, if your student doesn't have an email account, all you'll need to do is click right below the email address field. On Click Here to create an email account. This will take you to a page that features links to 3 free email providers, Gmail, Yahoo, and Hotmail. Once they set up their new email account, they may return to the registration page and enter their email address right here. Now the student is asked to answer what are called custom questions. These questions are related to jurisdiction selection, high school diploma attainment and enrollment, and data collection consent. At the end of these questions, the student will click the Submit button. Jane Candidate successfully submitted her information, so she now has a candidate ID number. An email is sent to the student's account that contains login and account information. Please note that the account must be activated in a month. So now let's look at the email instructions. It instructs us to click on the link to create the username and password for this account. So let's do that. You can see here that the candidate ID number is right here, but you may change that to a username. So for this one, we're going to make her username Jane D. Candidate. And her password is going to be Success. we're going to complete our registration process. Where it asks for the username, I'm going to type in Jane D. Candidate. For the password, I'm going to type in success, which is what we used before. Now I'm going to click the blue login button. Now we are asked to verify all of the information we entered earlier is still correct. So let's read over this and make sure it's all okay. Okay, looks good to me, so I'm going to click the verify button at the bottom. We've successfully completed step 1, creating an account. Now it's instructing us to click register, which is the second step in our process. So let's do that. You click on the circle with the 2 in it. We'll need to complete the GED-TS registration questions for our jurisdiction. These registration questions are very similar to GED 1, 2, 3. They gather information from the test taker's gender and employment status to membership in special populations. This is also where the test taker provides permissions for post-GED testing follow-ups. When the student is finished, click Submit. As you can see, now it says that we're almost finished. It says to click Register again to complete the final form that contains jurisdiction-specific questions. So I'll click the circle with the 2 again. So you can see right here, it says Kentucky Adult Education, which is your jurisdiction. Now you'll see there's a statement in blue in all caps at the top that says, if you have any portion of the GED test on paper, you must complete the remaining portions of the test on paper. Your paper-based test scores cannot be combined with computer-based scores. The student must click in the box that says, I understand that if I have already started the GED test on paper, I must finish on paper. So let's click that. The next question asks about test readiness certification, which Kentucky for now is the official practice test, or the OPT. Please note that it says that students must bring their test readiness certification scores and sign certification with them on the day of the test. As you can see, it says that we are now officially registered. As I mentioned before, there's a simple way for you to find a student's GED test readiness certification in order to print it out. You'll just need to go into ERIN, click on Test Results, and that will take you to the screen with the test results. From there, you will click the Print OPT button. And so as you can see, this has the student's test scores that you can then print out. Your next step will be for your student to schedule a GED computer-based test. For instruction on how to do so, please watch our Scheduling Students for GED Computer-Based Testing video. We hope this video has helped you become more familiar and comfortable with the GED computer-based testing registration process for students age 19 and older. If you have any additional questions, please don't hesitate to contact Kentucky GED Chief Examiner Ray Smith. You may email her at ray.smith@ky.gov or call her at 502-573-5114, extension 120. May you and your students have great success.